Hello folks, this is Sullla once again. You're listening to another video for League of Legends, and in this game we're going to be seeing a Lux game as played by Myth. Go ahead and set up the scoreboard here for you. There we go, should give us everything that we need. This is taken from a normal draft pick mode game. Myth is going to be playing as a support Lux in this game, and he is using the newest Lux skin as I record this, the Battle Academia Lux skin with the Prestige Edition. So Myth able to stack up those tokens back when they were doing the most recent event as I record this video. Overall, this is a normal draft pick mode game, so this does not contain other people from the YouTube channel. It was not recorded on one of our Tuesday YouTube night events. It was not a custom game. In this game, we're going to be having, let me just go through and give you the matchups real quick before we get started. We're going to be having a Renekton versus Garen top lane. In mid lane, it's going to be Twisted Fate against Cassiopeia. The junglers are going to be Hecarim for the red team, and a Volibear, which is pretty awesome. Jungle Volibear for the blue team. And our bottom lane matchup, the one that we're going to be spending most of our time focusing on, is going to be Caitlyn Lux against a Vayne Nami. So bottom lane pairings that do have a lot of synergy, make a lot of sense. The Lux plus Caitlyn pairing has actually been showing up in the competitive scene recently as I record this. People seem to like this lane because it has a lot of early game poking power, has a lot of early game pressure on the enemy team, good at shoving in and sieging the enemy team's tower. The build that the professionals use for Lux is a little bit different than what Myth and I, who have both played a fair amount of support Lux, do. The professional build for Lux seems to resolve around maxing the shield first, the Lux W, which is not what Myth is going to be doing in this game. He's going to be going for more of a damage-based kind of pseudo solo queue build. I guess this is solo queue technically, so. But in any case, that's the kind of the setup. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about Lux in this video, about what her abilities do. I've done a lot of Lux videos on my channel already. You might be saying, well, wait a minute, why are you doing yet another Lux game? You've got lots and lots of Lux footage already. And, well, that's because this turned out to be a really interesting game. Interesting enough that I had to ask Myth specifically for the replay for this one because I wanted to include it in a cast. All right, so let's go ahead and take stock of what's going on in this lane. I actually think that this matchup does not favor the Lux. Nami is a good pick into Lux as a support because Nami can heal back the harass that Lux deals. If you're playing as Lux in this matchup, you need to be able to harass down the enemy team and get kills. Now right here, we're going to see the binding land onto the Nami, and she's going to get down to maybe about a quarter health. And Myth is continuing to do a good job poking away with those Lux E's, the Lux Lucent Singularities. But again, Nami with the sustain makes her a strong choice into Lux. However, right here, Myth is going to land the binding, and that is exactly what you want to do if you're playing as Lux in this matchup. So Myth is going to score first blood right there. Nami face checked right into the brush with no vision. Myth landed the easy binding, and then Kate follows that up, and it's an easy kill. One of the things that's strong about the Lux plus Caitlyn matchup is if you hit a binding, you can then follow it up with a Caitlyn trap, and you get that double root effect. It can be difficult to hit Vayne with your poke because Vayne is good at tumbling out of the way, both of the Lux Qs and also at tumbling out of the way of your attempts at just harassing with the Lux pool, the Lux E. Anyway, so keep an eye on Hecarim. Hecarim is in the area. He's looking to do the Scuttle Crab. Myth, let's see, does he have a ward up? No, he does not have a ward to place. Kate actually does, and someone should probably be warding the river right now, just because they're playing pretty aggressively and playing forward and don't look now, but Hecarim's in the area. He is looking to roam down. They're continuing to try to harass here, but they have gotten reasonably low, and Myth right now is in a lot of trouble. He's going to get exhausted by the Nami. He's going to get engaged on by the Hecarim. Nice bubble from the Nami is going to turn into a kill. So Myth gets first blood, but then dies in this game and ends up going 1-1 to start the game. Now keep this in mind. He starts the game 1-1-0 in this matchup, so just keep that in mind for later on. 1 kill followed by 1 death. Anyway, Myth has gone back to buy. He has upgraded his support item into the Frostfang and picked up a Sapphire Crystal. This is a pretty aggressive buy. This is what you're buying if you're planning on harassing a lot. He looks like Myth is building right towards his Luden's Echo. This is not kind of a support-oriented build, aside from the Frostfang, because he did not pick up any wards on his back, and also didn't get something like a refillable potion, just opted for the standard health potion instead. So a perfectly defensible buy. It just indicates that Myth is going to be looking to be more aggressive in this matchup. Right now, the other team is slightly ahead because Vayne has, 26 minion kills to 21 on the Caitlyn. And the minion wave is also in a better place for the red team. So Myth picks up the lesson from before, drops the ward, doesn't want to get caught out by the Hecarim again. Lands the long-range initiation, though, onto the Vayne. Vayne gets very low. Kate's going to flash after it, but Kate not going to be able to get that kill. So a rather needless flash blown right there on the part of the Caitlyn, who flashed after Vayne but did not get the kill. But they do get lane control here. They're going to be able to shove this wave in, so that's pretty good. But like I said, kind of a waste of the flash on the part of the Vayne player right here. Still, as we mentioned, they're going to be able to shove this wave in, and they were able to force Vayne into a back timing that wasn't great. As long as they can keep shoving this wave, they'll be in good shape. Right now, Kate is continuing to try to harass. Nami's looks like she wants to back as well. They really need to try to push this wave into the tower and try to deny these minions before Vayne... What is Vayne doing? Spending way too long back in base. Well, Vayne could already have been like back in the lane at this point. So that's a pretty serious mistake on the Vayne's part. Unfortunately, Caitlyn misses the cannon minion there. So they're going to be able to deny like 2 full waves. And if, I guess Vayne's just AFK. She's not going to be AFK for the whole game. I've seen this replay. There we go. Purchasing. Maybe was waiting on an item, but more likely just stepped away for a minute. Still, that is consequential because Vayne is going to lose, it looks like, 3 full minion waves here, and they managed to take an early turret plate. So this is the advantage of the Caitlyn Lux. Like, they didn't, everything wasn't ideal in the early game for them. Like, Myth got caught when the jungler showed up, but they've still been able to get the shove edge. They've still been able to deny minions on the tower. And I think they could have gotten a second plate here as well if Kate had chosen to push it, but did not. Anyway, right there, Myth's going to land the basic Lux combo. Note as well what he was doing there. If I can switch over to the vision of red team, he was kind of hiding over here where the other team didn't have vision, and then tossed out the binding, followed it up with the Q. If he was level 6, he'd followed up with his ult as well, and maybe have 100 to 0 potential. But too early in the game for that, doesn't have that kind of damage just yet, but does get in some decent harass. Again, one of the problems with playing Lux into Nami is that Nami can then just heal most of that harass back. Overall, right now, game's close. 10k gold to 10k gold, 2-1 in favor of blue team. There's another fight going on over here in the jungle. I'm not exactly sure what set that up because I was watching the bottom lane. Probably should have switched off to watch the jungle fight. Let's see, Myth is now going to head over here, but ends up just using the blast cone to hop away. Looks like he does not want to pick that fight with the Hecarim, or at least not right now. Nami's coming in pretty aggressively, not going to land on the Lux skill shots right there, though. And they probably just need to look to farm underneath the turret right now. Kate's taking some harass from the Nami. Volibear is in the area, though, and we'll see if they choose to initiate. Wow, Hecarim going in super aggressively. Going to try to shield the Kate. Not quite able to do that, but the Ignite is there to pick up the kill on Hecarim. So 1 for 1. Not really a great use of the first Hecarim ultimate. Then lands the binding onto the Nami, follows it up with the Q, landing those procs on the Lux ultimate, the Lux passive right there to get in the extra damage. So right now, if Nami gets binded, she is going to die. Lands another root onto the Vayne. Pulled out managed to get the exhaust out onto Volibear from the Nami player, so both flash and exhaust down. And right now, that means Nami has no way to escape. Auto attack finishes it off, triggering the Lux passive there. And yeah, Nami she didn't have anything up. She was not level 6, did not have her ultimate, didn't have flash, didn't have exhaust. So as soon as that binding lands, it's another kill. And so Myth is now out to 3 kills on the game. It's a little unfortunate that his AD partner died because that meant that Caitlyn did not get the farm underneath the tower when there was like a big wave crashing in. But they did end up going 2 for 1 in the extended trade, and they were able to get all the summoners out from the bottom lane, with the exception of Vayne's flash, but they got 3 out of the 4 summoners down, so not too shabby. Anyway, let's peek in at the other lanes while Myth's spying here. Top lane, it looks like Garen's winning pretty hard right now, because he's like 20 minion kills ahead, and so that's not especially great for Myth's team. In the mid lane, Cassiopeia is also pretty clearly ahead. She's also 20 minion kills ahead, so that's not great for Myth's team. In the jungler matchup, it looks like Hecarim's ahead. He's got 3 kills. He did give away the 1 death, but he's got more farm. He's like 15 jungle minions ahead, and he's got 3 kills to 1. And then in the AD matchup, well, what's Kate doing? She is running underneath the tower, but she tanks the tower shot, and yeah, no clue what that was all about. Trying to harass under tower or something, but no possible way to 1v2 in that situation. Really made no sense, and I have no idea what that was. But as it turns out, Kate dies as well. So, well, looks like it's going to be up to the support Lux to carry this game right now, because they're kind of losing everywhere else on the map. And this is one nice thing about playing Lux as a support. Unlike a lot of supports, like say if you're playing Nami, oh, there's a full combo. Yeah, you can do that. And so that is one of the benefits of playing a support that has carry potential. If things are going badly for your team and you're playing Lux as a support, you can just say, well, you know what? Our team's losing. I'm going to have to carry this game, so I'm just going to become AP mid laner Lux at this point. And yeah, that's some pretty good poke damage. Myth has 89 ability power at this point already, but just landing the E did quite a bit of damage. Lands another E there. Stand aside from the part of Vayne, and then, oh, the Caitlyn ultimate ace in the hole. Gonna pick that one up. So that kill just created by some really good harass coming out from Myth. Like, he doesn't get the kill credit for that one, but set it up easily enough so that all Kate has to do is just press R. A little bit like playing Karthus. And does manage to get that one. So they go, 2 for 0 there in the bot lane after Kate gave away a very needless death earlier. And now they're going to be able to deny more minions. A kind of low farm for both of the ADs because they keep dying when there's farm with their turrets. And more poke coming in as well. Lands another binding, and whoop, just like that. Landed the initial harass with the Lux E, with the Lucid Singularity. Followed it up with another binding. And then once that binding hits, binding plus ult plus another E. And Nami's 100 to 0, just like that. So Mythic picks up his 5th kill of the match. 5-1-1 at the 11-minute mark. Let's see, he does have the transform on his support item. Yes, does have the transform on his support item. Now they're going to get ganked right here. We're going to see an early flash coming out from Kate. Maybe a little bit premature on the flash there. Cassiopeia roaming down. The Hecarim roaming down. Kate's in a lot of trouble. Unfortunately, that binding is going to miss Cassiopeia. It does hit Hecarim, but it looks like we're going to see the Cassiopeia get traded back underneath the tower. So 1 for 1. And then the Lux E is hitting, and then the ult, ooh, just barely enough room for Hecarim to dodge. It was a blind ultimate on the part of Myth because they didn't have vision in the brush down here. Nice pathing on the part of the Hecarim not to die, but overall, they got ganked by 4 people and managed to go 1 for 1, so that's pretty darn good on the part of Myth. Myth also picks up a blue buff from the Cassiopeia, so he is going to get bubbled by the Nami right there. But he is able to hold this tower. And again, that's one of the nice things about Lux as a champion. She does have good wave clear. Meanwhile, TF manages to pick off a kill from the Hecarim, who ran over to the Cloud Drake. Looks like it was not safe to do because it was warded, and he did not sweep out that vision. But, so yeah, Crucified Fate able to pick up a kill there. And Myth is like, alright, well, I'm just going to take the farm here because Caitlyn's not here. Better that he get it than nobody gets it. And he already has the transform in his support item, so he doesn't have to worry about that. And now he's going to go ahead and look to back and buy again. If you're curious about the gold totals for this point in time in the game, Myth is way ahead of his AD right now. As you might expect for having 6 kills in the match. He is like 1,200 gold ahead, and he's like 2,500 gold ahead of the other support. And Kate, what are you doing? Going in to try to 1v1 Vayne. It's not even a 1v1 because Nami's here. Just no clue what that was all about. Just a little note about these champions. Vayne is a very good duelist in this game, and Caitlyn is emphatically not a duelist. So you do not want to be picking 1v1s in the Caitlyn versus Vayne matchup. With Kate, your advantage is you've got the extra range. You can sit back at long distance and poke away with your Caitlyn Qs, and you can try to catch people in a trap and then follow it up with an auto attack. But you just don't want to walk in and start 1v1ing against the Vayne. You are going to lose that. So Myth does not manage to catch anyone out mid. He does clear the wave with his ultimate, but not able to get a burst on the enemy team right there. He also did manage to get a ward here, and this is a pretty good spot for a ward. Hecarim has a ward here, but that ward should have been in this brush. Oh, now he's going to get the root, and that plus a little extra damage from the Raptors is enough to pick up another kill there. I legitimately do not know why Hecarim didn't put the ward in this brush. He would have been able to see Myth, but did not do so, put it in the wrong spot, and now Myth's going to drop a vision ward and use that to clear things out. So, hey, although he's got all these kills, he's not neglecting his support duties either. He does have the highest vision score in the game right now. Meanwhile, what is Kate doing? She does the exact same thing again. Oh, going to get condemned into the wall, picked off by Vayne. I just have no clue why Kate is playing so far forward when the Lux support is not there. This is really bad play. 5 deaths so far. Ugh. Oh man, I mean, I play support as my main role, and I've been in these games, and you're just like, well, guess I'm going to have to carry this one, because my AD is sure not going to do it. And that seems to be the situation here. 1-5 Kate against 7-1 Lux. Oh boy. So Myth is up to 139 AP. He's already finished his Luden's Echo at the I think he finished it at like the 12-minute mark as his support, because he already had 6 kills when he went back to base the last time. Has gotten the upgraded slightly magical boots. All right, gonna land the binding there. Not quite enough damage, but flashes for the auto to finish it off. Does miss the binding here on Vayne. Is gonna use the shield though, gets that double shield, and Vayne walking underneath the turret. So Myth with the 2v1 outplay as the support Lux in this game, although at this point he's pretty much just AP carry Lux, now that he's up to 9 kills at the 15-minute mark. And Myth is going to say, yes, thank you very much. I will go back to base, and I will spend that 300 extra gold I just picked up from getting the kill on Vayne. Yeah, Vayne, you know, figured that could get the kill there. Yeah, oh boy. And Garen's just going to claim that one. Yep, not getting a lot of kill from the other lanes. I was going to say Vayne figured that she could pick up the kill on Lux. I mean, Vayne versus Lux is not a matchup you normally want as Lux, but, you know, can't dive underneath the turret. Myth used his shield well, got the double shield there on both the initial toss out and the return toss back. And he was just able to pick up that kill with some assist from the tower. Right now, Kate has clearly learned absolutely nothing from the last 2 deaths, continuing to push up under tower. Nami is going to hit the tidal wave. Now Vayne's here, and I mean, I think we know how this ends. Yeah. Vayne does have to flash for it, but still picks it up. And Kate, once again, walks out to lane, immediately dies. I do not understand this play at all from Kate. It's almost like the Kate is intentionally feeding, although I don't think that's the case. I think the Kate is just super tilted right now. Anyway, note where Myth is again. This is a great spot to hide out his Lux. The other team has no vision here, so he's just fishing for a binding. Like, he doesn't get one there, but if he hits a binding, he can probably 100-0 someone because he's so strong right now. And, you know, they're going to look to, and other teams going to look to make a play on Dragon. Myth can potentially try to steal this, because again, there's a ward here. They used the sweeper, but they didn't get the back of the Dragon pit. And, oh, not enough to claim the Dragon, but does claim another kill. Myth going legendary yet again as he picks off the Hecarim there. Again, the Hecarim, he was using the sweeper, but he didn't walk all the way to the back of the pit. He never saw this ward. And with that in case, with Vision wins games. It's pretty easy for Myth just to claim that kill. Uses all his abilities, and I mean, he's got 151 AP, and he's already picked up magic penetration. Wow. Kate, very needless use of the flash there. I don't quite know why you blow flash there. Trying to channel the ultimate, but then gets interrupted by the Nami bubble, and then it's just going to be yet another kill, and there we go. Kate does manage to claim 1 kill there. Rose has slain Toast on the names there with some like non-English symbols in there, and they are going to go ahead and claim first turret of the game. So even though it was delayed a little bit, the Kate plus Lux is going to pick up the first turret. However, Kate's push forward yet again. Hecarim's roaming down. Cassiopeia's roaming down. This should clear up an opportunity for TF to get some push mid, but it looked like he was roaming, looking for a play topside, and that's not going to turn out. 11-1-2 on the game right now for the Lux. Yes, Myth does have the most gold on his team, and in fact the most gold in the game by a pretty good margin. He's about 2,000 gold clear of anyone else in this game right now. So he's going to go back. Let's see what he's going to look to buy here. Going to get the Needlessly Large Rod. So he has now picked up the Luden's Echo, the Oblivion Orb, the Sorcerer's Shoes, and the Needlessly Large Rod. So he's already at 200 ability power at 18 minutes, playing as support. Only has 30 CS. And as I mentioned before, also still has the highest vision score in the game. Although Myth, you need to pick up a sweeper on this back. You don't need to hold on to the warding totem. You do need to pick up the sweeper on, definitely by 18 minutes you need to grab the Oracle's Lens and not still be on the normal trinket. But anyway, minor quibble in here in an otherwise really nice game. Note that Volibear is standing on a ward. Let's see if this is going to get him into trouble. Myth going to toss out a combo. That one he does miss, so does miss some of these combos. And that play could have been really dangerous because the Volibear was standing on top of a ward in full vision, but doesn't end up being that bad. Up in top lane, looks like Garen's going to go ahead and get this tower. And yeah, Renekton not having a great game thus far, which is not good because he's an early game champion. Oh, it looks like Myth is actually disconnected from the game. Don't worry, he'll be back. Let's speed things up until he comes back. Kate is going to pick up a kill in top lane, but then overpushes. Doesn't really seem to be very good at map awareness in this game as a result of, once again, shoving way too far forward into unsafe territory. And Myth has now reconnected to the game. It's a good thing that that didn't result in a death on his part. Meanwhile, Twisted Fate in a lot of trouble here in the mid lane. Let's see if Garen is going to use his ultimate. He does use the Ignite. Barrier comes out, so that's pretty good. But it's not enough. Garen just runs right through the tower. Garen's getting pretty fed at this point. Has no difficulty picking that off. So if you're, again, curious in the lane-by-lane matchup, top lane, Red team's winning. Jungle. Red team is slightly behind. I guess Volibear has picked up. Oh, Myth going for the big play there. In fact, let's go ahead and watch this. Should have not picked this moment. All right, so let's see. He's going to go for the flashy play here over the wall. So Myth lurking out of vision. And he's going to flash the wall, toss out the Q, toss the ult, and the Lucent Singularity. And that, I mean, at that point, you're just kind of showing off, honestly, to make that play. To flash the wall and then toss out the full Lux combo and get the 100-0 kill. That's pretty risky. I'm not sure I necessarily endorse burning your flash for a play like that, but it looked pretty damn awesome right there. So well done, Myth. As I was saying, so their team's behind in top. Their team is very slightly ahead in jungle. They're basically even in mid. I guess they're slightly ahead in the AD versus AD matchup, but really it's the support matchup. Myth is 4,000 gold ahead right now, and he is pretty much carrying the game. Would land the full combo there, but Nami flashes out of it. Good use of flash. Definitely would have died. Also now gets the teleport, not teleport, gets the tidal wave out as well. But Renekton's up there, so that's going to turn into a kill. And again, that play is set up by the fact that Nami was compelled to burn her flash and also compelled to use her tidal wave when she was running up the river earlier, then has no way to get out of the Renekton play. So Red Team turret does go down mid. They're pressuring another turret top. That was Twisted Fate getting the turret mid. Also, how much longer until Kate dies? Yep, saw that one coming. Way over push, no vision over there. Just not a safe place to be. But hey, better stuff going on the top side of the map right now. They are trying to set up a 3v2. Right there, Myth is going to toss out another binding, lands it on the Hecarim. Actually tosses his ult, but as he tosses out the Q and immediately ults, and then pulls on top of that afterwards. Kind of the quickest burst combo there on the part of the Lux. A little bit risky because if your binding misses, your ult's not going to hit either. But does manage to hit everything there. Kind of a couple different ways you can do the Lux combo. Kind of the standard thing is to toss out the binding first and then your E on top of it, followed by your ult. But Myth did it in kind of the opposite order there. He did the, well, we've got another fight here. And oh my god, that damage! Comet proc! Enough to get the kill onto the Vayne there. Jeez, this damage. 14 kills now on the part of Myth. How many is he going to get? Can he get 20 before the end of this game? 20 kills on the support Lux? Can he get 25 kills on the support Lux? Yeah, he takes the blue buff. He deserves the blue buff. Anyway, as I was saying a minute ago, though, kind of the standard way to do the Lux combo is you toss out the Q first, and then if it hits, you toss the E on top of it, followed by your ultimate. Myth did it in the opposite order, toss the binding, then immediately ulted, and then toss the pool on top of it, which you can also do. Like I said, it's a little bit riskier in terms of, because you're actually tossing your ult out before the binding even hits, and if you miss the ult, nothing's going to happen. The casual kill there, doesn't even use the ult, just uses the Q. So like I said, a little bit riskier because you're actually ulting before the Q even hits, but it is a faster way to get your combo off. Now we have an Infernal Drake battle, so let's see what's going on there. Kate actually did get a kill on Vayne over there in the bot lane, and meanwhile Garen is now coming down here, trying to initiate the fight right here. Let's see, we're going to see the Hecarim ult used right here. They're going to finish off the jungle Volibear, but Myth lands another QE combo, gets the binding, and then manages to land his pool on top of that. Let's see if he can hit the binding onto Garen. Nope, not this time. Does have the double buff right now. And Kate, what is she doing? No map awareness whatsoever. Yeah, that's a very needless death to be fair. I mean, I guess Kate got the inner turret, but Kate's died 9 times in this game, so not really the best use of her time. Only has 100 CS, which is very low for the 23-minute mark. Anyway, the fight is continuing now. Renekton goes ahead and gets the Ruthless Predator stun. Garen's going to spin to win in order to disengage. Nami tidal wave coming out. Does it look like that was going to be a fight? Honestly, I think this is a little bit of a mistake by blue team. I think they could have done the Infernal Drake here, and they didn't really go for that play. Oh, going to go ahead and miss Nami, but does get the blue buff in the process. So not the worst thing. I think Myth was aiming for Nami. I don't think he was trying to steal the blue there. Could be wrong. It was worded. No, it wasn't. Okay, it was not worded. So I'm gonna say that was not a called shot. I'm gonna say that was a missed combo. And it looks like we're gonna have a fight over the Infernal Drake here. Right there. Oh, poor Nami gonna get rooted again. No ultimate up, but that ignite is ticking, and yeah, that's gonna finish it off. Meanwhile, blue team is trying to flank from 2 sides. The team is going to get this. Blue team steals the Infernal Drake. Nice play by the jungle Volibear, and now the fight is continuing. Red team has already lost 2 members. Now, if they can just manage to catch up to the Vayne and the Cassiopeia, they should win this. Kate still dies, because of course she does. And there's the Lux ult for the ultimate, getting the exclamation point there at the back end of that. So blue team now starting to snowball pretty far ahead in this one. 44,000 to 36,000, so 8,000 gold. A little bit less than 8,000 gold ahead in the gold total. They did pick up the Infernal Drake, which is going to increase their scaling that much more. And Myth is 19-1-4 on the game. Like I said, we'll see if he can get up to the 20 kills for this one. How much damage his attacks are doing because he's got so much AP. Oh, and poor Nami, oh, doesn't quite get finished off by that one. Goes down to like 50 HP, but not quite enough burst 100 to 0 on that particular occasion for Myth. He is sitting on a lot of... Yeah, Myth's on 4,000 gold. He has not gone back to buy for a while. This is another minor criticism of Myth. Myth's been in a lot of our custom games. He tends to do this a lot. He does often sit on like ridiculous amounts of gold before he goes back to buy. So, like I said, this is a fantastic, fantastic Lux game. I'm just picking nits here. But really, you don't want to be on 4,000 gold. You should probably go back and buy a little bit sooner. In any case, though, Myth finishes the Death Cap, finishes the Morellonomicon, and picks up an Amplifying Tome. So, yep, he just spent over 4,000 gold right there. And now he has 545 ability power on the support Lux. But, I mean, this is not your normal support Lux because he has 19 kills on the game. If you're curious about what that turns into in terms of damage, as Kate dies yet again off screen, plus 360 damage on the late binding. So what's the AP ratio? It looks like it's about 0.7, roughly. The E does plus 309, and then the ultimate is plus 386. So I think the ult's like a 0.8 scaling, roughly, somewhere around there. I'm just trying to eyeball this. I know that I'm not getting the numbers exact. Anyway, look again what Myth is doing. He's looking to... they do not have vision of him, enemy team in this brush. He's looking for a pick, trying to fish for a binding. Right there, now they have vision on him, so now he's going to have to back off. This is particularly useful if you're playing as a support Lux. If you're like a laning Lux, you have to be in lane, like picking up farm. But particularly if you're a support Lux, you can kind of hide in the brush and look for bindings. And if one hits, then, you know, you might get a kill out of it. Anyway, Volibear's trying to initiate a fight. He's going to fling Garen, which is not really the best target to go for here. But that binding is going to hit on Cassiopeia, and boop, down goes Cassiopeia. So Myth easily assassinates the enemy team's mid laner because, again, he's got 500 ability power. And they end up going 1-for-1. As I said, it was a bit of a forced engage on the part of Volibear. You don't really want to pick up the Garen and fling him in. Any poke that the Lux can land right now is just having a tremendous effect on the enemy team because, you know, just one Lux E does... Oh my god. And yeah, right there, Nami in the brush on a ward. Vision wins games. We're going to see that blocked by the Vayne. Blocked by the Phantom Dancer shield. However, TF is on it. Going to ult, use that Destiny and gate right in. And picks up the kill. I haven't seen much Twisted Fate in a while. He's kind of fallen off as a popular champion, so kind of cool to see the TF ult gold card play coming out. Right now, I actually think the better play is to go for Baron on the part of blue team, just because red team's grouped up to defend their mid turret. They don't really have a minion wave. I think they'd be better off just taking Baron here. I know enemy team jungler's up, but they could force a 5v3 fight at Baron, and it would be really hard for the enemy team to go there. Instead, they're opting to push mid, which again is not the worst call. I just think it would be a little bit safer to go over to Baron. Note again, Myth is in the brush. They do not have vision. He just swept it out, used his sweeper to make sure they didn't have vision, and he's just, again, looking for those bindings. If he can hit a binding, he's going to get a kill. So, like, right there, Hecarim's going to initiate, and that's going to turn into a kill. I actually picked up with the Lux auto attack, so they are able to protect Twisted Fate when Hecarim initiated. Once again, they just killed the Hecarim. This would be a great time to go force a fight at Baron. Would seem like the safest play from me, but instead they're just kind of diddle around a little bit. I don't think they're taking advantage of this opportunity, so let's speed up the game a little bit until they go ahead and make a play for something. They are going to clear out this vision around Baron, which is nice, but I think they could have done that sooner. And alright, now are they going to start the Baron? Nope, doesn't look like it. But, I mean, like, right now, they got to kill the enemy team's jungler. I really think the play there is ward up the enemy team's jungle. Wards here, here, here. As we see Nami get deleted yet again for kill number 23 in this match. You know, you got to pick on the enemy team's jungler, ward up their jungle, force a fight at Baron. Either you take Baron or they have to come fight when you've got the numerical edge. But they ended up not doing that, didn't really take advantage of the power play advantage that they had there with the jungler dead. And so, game was kind of stalled out a little bit. Like, they did get something. They did ultimately get the top lane turret, but that was a relatively easy pickup for them. So, like I said, I think they could have gotten more out of that. Anyway, we are going to see the gold card stun hit on the Cassiopeia from Twisted Fate. Cassiopeia is going to go ahead and use Cleanse in order to break out of that. She did bring Cleanse, and now we've got a fight going on. Myth is going to land another ult. Finishes off the Cassiopeia. Right here, they're trying to work on finishing off Garen. They do pick off the Hecarim. Kate ult's going to come out. Not going to be enough for Garen. Garen is kind of carrying the red team right now. Here comes the Twisted Fate, but I don't know about that use of the Twisted Fate ult. Kind of ulted right into 3 members of the enemy team and died. He has not picked up the Zanyas. If you're going to make that play, you kind of need to pick up the Zanyas. Or at least get a stopwatch. The idea is you ult into the middle of the team, you toss out the gold card, and then you go into stasis, not pop out of your ultimate, and then just flat out die. Anyway, right now they are 2-manning the Baron, which they should be able to do without too much trouble, particularly with the Lux shields to keep the Volibear safe. And the rest of the team is doing a good job of running distraction, just applying some pressure mid, applying some pressure bot. Enemy team not really on top of the Baron play. They seem to be a little bit clueless that the Baron is being done right now. And this is going to be one of the slowest Barons I've ever seen, but it looks like they are going to get this one. Kate still applying pressure mid up. Kate, once again, what's she doing? Gets condemned into the wall and just going to die once again for absolutely no reason whatsoever. They could have gotten Baron without Kate dying in mid, so she dies for the 12th time in this game. But in turn, blue team does pick up Baron. Like I said, I think they could have gotten Baron anyway without any other trouble. And Renekton going to go ahead and claim that. I guess the smite was not up for the Hecarim there. So I'll speed this up a little bit. Because Kate managed to get picked, this might be an Ocean Drake that red team can pick up here. They're certainly pushing around it. They did end up picking up the Scuttle Crab, so they're going to have vision. Again, I'm going to speed it up until there's some action here on the part of these teams. Just, we seem to be at a lull. It's a little bit difficult for the blue team to push right now, just because Kate got picked and they had to wait for Kate to respawn. So they're wasting a lot of their Baron here. And if you're wondering why this game is lasting kind of longer than it needs to, it's because their team first was slow to take Baron, and now have kind of been stalling out their Baron play and wasting a large portion of it. So not the greatest job of snowballing a game where you have the advantage right here. But they are on the Ocean Drake right now. Looks like they will be able to take that, so they're going to pick up another dragon. They do manage to get that, and now, while they still have the Baron buff, they really should be looking to shove a lane somewhere. They are very far ahead. They're 10,000 gold ahead. It should be pretty easy to keep pushing this game. Kate's getting some damage onto the Cassiopeia, however, she is going to get caught. Myth does pick up yet another kill. If they can pick up Garen, that would be really good, because again, Garen is the strongest one on the team. Myth is going to get the flash binding to pick up the kill on Garen. Again, Garen is really the strongest member of the team on red team. He does have the most gold. He's got like 1,500 more gold than anyone on the team. So with no Garen there to run protection and no cast there for wave clear, they should be able to pick this one up. They are going to get that turret in mid, and now they can continue shoving on the inhibitor. And there it goes. The play here would be to either rotate top or bottom. The safer play is to rotate to the top. The more aggressive play is to rotate to the bottom. They are kind of doing neither and just continuing to shove mid. I don't think they have too much of their Baron left right now. It looks like it's just about to run out. So they also get the turret in top, but they probably should pick one of these two lanes, not split up to push both of them simultaneously, because that has a pretty high chance of backfiring, especially because the super fed Lux, who has 26 kills, is not up here in the top lane. Myth is down here pushing this bot lane turret. It looks like he did manage to get about half of it. Alright, so TF is going to land. Yep, as soon as TF lands the gold card stun, that's an easy kill. He is going to pop his own barrier. Garen able to finish that one off, and now Myth is all alone. No front line, no one to protect him. Alright, so this is finally the chance for red team to kill him, right? We're going to see the Hecarim ult goes in. Myth is going to hit another binding ult to pick up the kill on Hecarim. So Garen has already used his ultimate. He can't pick this up. Redemption is going to be used. Myth sidesteps the Redemption. Again, continuing to kite backwards. Nami going to land the bubble. The shield's coming out on the part of Myth, and he's going to pick up another kill for his 28th kill of the match, and they just cannot kill the Lux in this game. Remember, Myth did die at the start of the game. 1 kill, 1 death, but he has responded by going 27-0 since that point in time. And now he's going to look to back again because, as I mentioned, the enemy team just cannot chase down this Lux. They even had the Cloud Drake, and they still weren't able to get that one. So, woo! Quite a game here on the part of Myth. He is just unstoppable. He's legendary like 20 times over at this point. On this particular back, he picked up the Void Staff. He may have already had that, but now as the Void Staff has finished upgrading the support item, he is maxed out right now, 693 ability power. So if he picks up Baron, he should go over 800 ability power with the extra amount that he gets right there. And he also does have the Infernal Drake for the extra scaling as well. Yeah, they know that Lux is here. I'm not sure that they can do anything about it. Just needs to hit some kind of binding. Yeah, even Hecarim gets 100 to 0. Now, granted, Hecarim doesn't have that much magic resist, but, I mean, he has some. And Hecarim's not really a champ you think of as getting 100 to 0, but it did happen right there. Now, it ended up being a 1-for-1. Actually, a 2-for-2 overall because there was some fighting elsewhere. Garen looking to go in after Twisted Fate. Can he chase this one down? Gonna flash for it. Can TF get the gold card stun? Nope, not able to pick a card and get the gold card stun. So this push, once again, has kind of been stalled out. I do think that if they had stuck together, the blue team could have picked this up pretty easily, but they're going to be forced off again. They did get an inhib in top, so we'll just speed up this game right now until there's another team fight of some kind, running it at double speed. And, you know, with the game getting stalled out, blue team probably is going to have to back off and, you know, pick up either the Elder Drake, which is about to spawn, or pick up the Baron, which is also getting ready to spawn. They have a lot of tools available to finish this game off, but they are going to have to finish this one off. I mean, the question now is not how many is Myth going to get 30 kills, because I think he's going to do that. It's how many kills is he going to get? Can he get like 35 kills? I mean, if the game really goes on, could he get to 40 kills on this game? I don't know. This is it's a little obscene here as far as how much he's picking up as the support Lux in this game. So anyway, we're back to normal speed here. The inhibs are still down in top and bottom lane, so the super minions are pushing. The people on the part of red team are going to have to go and defend this, and this really should be the cue to look to start either the Elder Dragon or the Baron, because, as we said, red team has to defend these super minions in mid and top. That should clear them to pick up the one of these big objectives here. So let's see, Myth did, yeah, looks like they're going to do Elder Dragon. Should be able to get this pretty easily. Let's see if Cassiopeia comes in and tries to challenge. Go back to normal speed here. Cassiopeia is spotted on a ward here. I don't think she's going to be able to get this. We're going to see the gold card stun up. Cassiopeia does burn her cleanse, so she's not going to have that up. And with that, the Elder Drake is claimed, and Myth is now up to 750 AP. Are they going to go over and do the Baron? Okay, so this is the super safe approach. I do endorse this. Don't take risks that you don't have to. Just go ahead and do the Baron. The other team really can't challenge this. It is free, so hey, why not pick it up? Get the Elder Dragon plus Baron, super buff combination. And that will now take Myth to 833 ability power, which is just like a OMG WTF damage on the part of Lux. That Q is hitting for about 800 damage, the pool is hitting for 750, and the ult is hitting for over 1100 damage. Oh, and by the way, it's on a 28-second cooldown, so yeah, pretty spammable. Basically, if anyone gets binded, they can pretty much get 100 to 0. Yeah, Hecarim, gonna survive, but does have to burn his ult to hop away. Thank goodness for Merc Treads in order to survive that, but it's not gonna survive for very long, as he does end up getting popped. Keep an eye on Myth. We do end up seeing a 1-for-1 trade right now, but Myth is going to land another binding, and that's apparently enough with just the Q plus the E to get the kill on Cassiopeia, and then that is going to be enough to force the Guardian Angel out of the vein, who is then going to get finished off by a gold card. Unfortunately, Flash does not pop projectiles in League of Legends. It did very early in the game's history, but not anymore, so the gold card will finish that off. Myth is up to 30 kills now, and it does seem like this one is just a matter of time until they're able to finish it off. Kind of slow on the game. They're about to hit the 40-minute mark, but there's not much doubt at this point. Blue team is 15,000 gold ahead, and we're going to see Myth land another Q plus E combo, finishes off Nami. No need for the ultimate there. That's kill number 31. There's kill number 32 with yet another laser snipe. And the only one left up for the blue team right now is Hecarim, and we're going to see another one. There we go, triple kill for kill number 33 on this match. 33-1-9. That is a KDA of 40.0 for this one. 40.0. Yeah, Myth started 1-1 and then proceeded to go 32-0 after that, while also maintaining the highest vision score in the game by a wide margin, 92. Nobody else above 50 in the game. The rest of his team not doing a great job of putting down wards, honestly. 20,000, almost 21,000 gold in this game. Way more than anyone else. 12,000 gold ahead of the poor Nami. And yes, Caitlyn ends up with 14 deaths in this game. Ugh. Not a great Caitlyn game. Sometimes you just got to put on the carry pants and take everybody to school as the Lux support. So anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you can see why I wanted to cast this one. Thanks to Myth for providing this replay. Hope you guys are having a great week. Until next time, take care. See you guys soon. Have a good one.